So Shane Thompson from Holbrook Vet Centre, welcome to our Vytelle satellite sessions. Talk to me about your ethos as a business and tell me a little bit more about your customers as well and your relationship with them.
We pride ourselves on being a very professional business, so we've got strong associations with research through the industry to try and stay at the cutting edge of what's happening in the industry. We're enthusiastic in our taking on of new graduate veterinarians and vets in training through the university, so we see a real role in training the next generation of vets. We feel a responsibility to our clients to be providing that high level service, but also ensuring that we've got vets for the future for their businesses. So that's a big part, both from a livestock industry perspective, but also a veterinary profession. On our clients, our clients are probably what make our business, to be perfectly honest. We're very fortunate with the quality of staff we've got, but it's probably our clients that draw the professional or the young vets to our business. It's the opportunity to work in that part of the industry with really leading seed stock operations, and I suppose by having those leading seed stock producers in our backyard, we've also got lots of commercial producers that are driven to be better. So we've got a really high level of client. They've got a high level of expectation, which is fantastic to work with as a group of professionals, and it really promotes a lot of collaboration in the teams.
Tell me a bit more about how you became involved with Vytelle and the choice to partner with Vytelle for those clients.
We've provided ET services through the business for greater than 30 years now to a lot of these clients, so we have a very long-standing relationship in the production and breeding space. So a lot of that service has been conventional or MOET embryos being produced through our facility here on site, and we've used a range of different IVF providers. Our engagement with Vytelle was around trying to get more repeatability in the quality of embryos that we're producing. There's a range of situations where those IVF embryos are very advantageous for our clients, and Vytelle, as I said, we've used a number of service providers over the years, and Vytelle has really delivered us another level of repeatability on the embryo front. So that would be the primary reason for our engagement and our continued support of their program.
That's great to hear, and Vytelle really prides themselves on providing the accessible, reliable and predictable service for their customers and their clients. I'd love to know how this has played out in your experience with the Vytelle ADVANCE system.
That's a good point. They've put a lot of effort into developing the system, so it's good to work with, and certainly we've found that. In most of our client cases, because we operate as a donor centre with a recipient herd that's associated with it, we have a lot of the clients' donors on centre under our management. So I suppose we're a little bit different to a typical client of Vytelle's in that we are a primary conduit between Vytelle as the embryo production company and the client base, and sometimes those donors are alternating between MOET and IVF programs. So it's a very complete service package, if you will. There's a real convenience factor with Vytelle's approach. So the way they produce their embryos, the ability to collect those donors at short as fortnightly intervals, and the ability to collect them closer to the post-calving as well as through to early pregnancy has really created an opportunity to make embryos at times where we couldn't do that with our clients in the past. They're able to handle big days, so because we're on centre, we've got a lot of clients there. We can create a situation where it's efficient in that we can put runs of donors together, but they've certainly got efficient systems on the day and can come in and collect those oocytes.
Speaking of a day where an OPU pickup occurs, can you take me through a day in the life for one of the donor cows on OPU pickup day?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So this time of year they'll start. It's pretty frosty, so they won't want to get off their warm spot in the ground. Look, we'll put those donors into groups well ahead of schedule so they can establish some social hierarchy, and we might have some subgroups within that. So look, donors will be on centre. We'll try to have them on quite a balanced ration so that they're ready for it. We've got to remember that these oocytes are in development behind the scenes in the ovary for quite a number of weeks, and so we want to do what we can to try and create a consistent track into that pickup. The donors will come up to the crush. We'll have HVC staff on site that are processing them through the yards. Vytelle will do the pickup, and then we've got also Vytelle staff in our embryo lab set up there that will be searching the oocytes and packaging them to take them back to the lab. So the donors are only in the crush for probably 10 to 15 minutes, and then they're straight back out onto pasture and wait for the next pickup or or to go home. There's two types of services. We've got the donors that are on centre that would go through a day like that. We've also got the ability for people just to turn up on the day with their donors. So some of these donors, which is, again, is testament to the convenience of it, but some of these donors will come in on the day of OPU, be collected, and then as soon as the epidural wears off, they'll jump back on a truck or trailer and head home. So, you know, it's very accommodating in that sense.